Mike Pompeo did a presser today with Mr. Esper and Mr. Barr, and the three of them talked about the International Criminal Court, this kangaroo international court that is not at all respected. It is nothing but a defunct and unbelievable court of a select few gentlemen who can, using, well, hearsay evidence and using all ill-begotten means of evidence, convict you as an American citizen of a crime in their court without United States permission. And Mike Pompeo today explaining Trump's executive order that no, we do not and have never stood by nor have agreed to working with, and in fact our fellow NATO allies have also not agreed to work with this International Criminal Court, which, well, seemingly, if Pompeo, and what do we know Pompeo from? That he put all 50 governors together and he said, China has given to each one of you a score, okay? You're either a hardline patriot, they don't know, or you're in their pocket. And it's that simple. And guess what? We've already read your email, so suck it. If you have any bad relationships, you should probably undo them right now. And if you're in the middle of something completely illegal, we already know, and action. And we see Mr. Pompeo today describing that anybody who illegally investigated on U.S. persons, in this case in regards to Afghanistan, or in that matter, now has investigated any U.S. persons illegally without the United States' permission. Could that be the one thing that ties together the illegal 702 abuse and the unmasking abuse? Were there foreign powers working on behalf of this International Criminal Court who reached across to friendly politicians in our borders and had them use our military and our intel to investigate people illegally on behalf of the ICC? And is that the reason that they marched this executive order out today, saying that if you were involved with it, yoink, we're taking your shit. You're not going to be able to bank with us. You're not going to be able to come here. In fact, none of your family members are going to be able to come here if you've been involved in the illegal investigation of U.S. persons, because you can only get that permission with the United States of America, not been given. That was very Dana Carvey right there. That's all said and done. So simply put, that's it. They've laid out what people have been doing. They lay out what now the repercussions of that thing are. Now, who in this international community did reach out? Who did they reach out to? Who was being investigated, and for what reason were those people being investigated? You might find out that General Flynn had something to do with being investigated. And now, since they did not have control over the government, they did not have control over the cover, that they were either aiding or abetting the illegal investigation of U.S. persons by foreign sources, actual work against the very United States of America and the freedoms afforded to us as Americans. And now everybody knows it. Does it attach to Flynn? Does it attach to the 702? Does it attach to the unmasking? It would make sense that we would get this answer first. Then we get the undoing of Flynn, and then we get the undoing of the U.S. aid money and our complicit work, the previous administration hiring white nationalists to work for, well, the subversion of a coup in the Ukraine. There's illegal money coming out of Romania. There's illegal money coming out of China. And who's involved in that? And if you knew that you were doing favors for the ICC and that was illegal and against the United States of America, and all of a sudden you got your hand caught in the cookie jar, would you not throw everything in the kitchen sink, including a fake pandemic, including a fake impeachment, including a fake Russia collusion scandal, including at least 2 different times where his very life, the President of the United States' life, was threatened by foreign and domestic sources at missile point, and because we have the best intel and the best and the brightest military, they were able to know those things and stop them? This is Iron Brigade. I'm John Toll. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna, as this stuff comes down, we're gonna talk about it. Okay? Are they still doing Seattlestan or whatever nickname they've given it? Are the warlords battling over power? It's a very warlord thing to go on Twitter and say you're not a warlord after quote quote one side of the media has labeled you a warlord. Very Nuremberg. I was just following orders in our orderless society where because I was the biggest and had the most dudes, I was in charge. It looks like their garden is going well. I don't know if they're going to have enough sustainable food to be able to last until they get their first cucumber for them to share. And then it's going to be a fight of who jams it up their ass first, I imagine. And then you get to eat second in the free Seattle. Have they expanded far enough out yet where at least they get to eat the gum wall? How many weeks are they going to be able to push their racist walls out from this enclave before they've taken over the whole entire United States? Because the media loves it. They're behind it. All the people in black and white now crying their fucking eyes out. All the times I didn't. Shut the fuck up, you nerds. Again, that story sucks. Those celebrities suck. At least we had some good news here with the executive order. We may have some connections now with this to Flynn, to the 702, to the unmasking. You show this crime. You show the illegal U.S. aid money showing. You show how the money got sent into Baltimore and immediately stolen. You show how the money getting sent into the Ukraine and being immediately stolen. You show the money going into China. You see it immediately being stolen. And all of a sudden, the same people are getting paid from the same three operations. And they're also attached to the people running errands, selling offices, and selling their souls to the ICC court to subvert this country. WhiskeyandtheSurfer.com is where you're going to find that show, which is not this. This is Iron Brigade, America First, because fuck you, all right? Find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at John Toll, JOHNTOLE, JohnToll.net, and IGTV, Bitchute. And where else? There's another one, another Facebook at Real John Toll, or the bands Pip-Off 2000, PC Death Squad Industries. The merch is done by Cold Cuts Merch. Find that at weaponsgradefaith.com. If you want to help me out, weaponsgradefaith.com, weaponsgradefaith.bigcartel.com. I'll actually send my fat ass to the post office. Do that, all right? And I also have a My Shopify store. All of that can be found on johntoll.net. New Pip-Off 2000 stickers are coming out, and that's it. What are we, seven minutes in? That's it. That's all you get today. God bless, and enjoy your life. Looks like things are getting better. We're running out of things to cancel. The more absurd they get with the things they try to cancel, the more people wake up to the nonsense of it. I have friends of mine who are like, yeah, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, what do you mean the fucking General Lee? That's the thing that, maybe that's the one thing. There's something in everybody's life that if they try to go for it, you're like, get the fuck out of here. And since we've already lived through them putting stickers on albums, we've already lived through the Tipper Gore sticker session, we've lived through the Al Gore fake internet and global warming, we've lived through the global warming hoax, we've lived through the gun debate hoax, and now we live through the COVID hoax. Oh my God, run by the same people, running errands from the ICC, illegally unmasking, and doing everything they can in their power now to subvert our liberty and get Donald Trump out of office now. Again, if that's what we're going to do to people who illegally spied on American citizens, is take their shit, debank them, and move them out of this country, know that if Donald Trump does not win in November, that will happen to every single Trump supporter in this country. Even in a population where there were 360 million of us, if there were 350 million Trump supporters and the 10 million could rig the vote, if the 10 million can convince you that there are more than half of the country, then how would you ever know that there weren't 350 Trump supporters that are now getting put to the wall? For heaven forbid, you chose your God-given freedom to vote and to have a political conscience here in the United States. Maybe if you wear a military uniform, you work for all of us. You wear a police uniform, you work for all of us. Heaven forbid you work in the media. You work for all of us, and you're not covering up these ICC, Soros, ne'er-do-well, Chi-Com fuckfaces. JohnToll.net.